Hi everyone, I'm Adina from Immigrant Finance School, and I'm here today with Evelyn from Mariposita Healing and Somos Magia. She's one of our Immigrant Finance School students, and she's here today to talk about her experience in Immigrant Finance School. So thank you so much for joining us, Evelyn. Um,
Thank you.
Thank you. What was going on before you joined the course that made you interested in Immigrant Finance School?
So for me, I've been just trying to get everything kind of lined up because I want to buy a house. I want to buy real estate. And so I've been working on, just improving my finances, improving my credit score, upping my savings, and just kind of getting more disciplined too about, my finance.
Great. And so when you saw Immigrant Finance School online, what prompted you to go ahead and sign up?
Um, I think for me, it was I had never seen a course like it.
Mhm.
So just the name in itself, like, just kind of drew me. And I wanted to just look more into it. I didn't know really what to expect, but I was drawn to it because I had never seen anything like it. There's a lot of, literature and things about money, but a lot of it is written by, folks that don't, are not Latinos or Latinx. So I thought it was, that's what drew me to it, like the name, and curious about what it was about.
And with your background, you probably know more than ever how important something like group coaching can be and connecting with other people in similar situations. Do you mind sharing a little bit about your background?
Yeah, so I'm a licensed marriage family therapist, and I work with youth, with families, and adults. And I also do immigration evaluations. And so, yes, I know that how effective it can be to come into a group where you share, similar experiences, and that, like, commonality. So I think that was one of the things that I really liked about immigrant finance. It was finding that community of people that, could relate, that I could relate to, that had very similar um, experiences and stories and backgrounds.
Yeah, and our whole idea is that we can learn more together and from each other than just going to read a book or talking to someone one on one. Really empowering each other is the whole point of Immigrant Finance School and our group coaching program. So I know Evelyn, you are still midway through the course. Thank you for doing that before even doing this before even completing it. What have you learned so far through Immigrant Finance School?
I think one of the things that I really liked, I didn't get to do all of the group uh, sessions,
Mhm.
but the one that I did, with, I think it's adult financing. I think that's her handle. Adulting,
Oh, ambitious adulting, or I guess
ambitious
like
adulting. Yes.
investing. Hmm.
Yeah. So the one that I did, that I was in with her, I thought it was really helpful. Just learning about different ways to, like, maximize your money.
Yeah.
Things that I had never really, like, I never really knew. Like, one of the things that really stuck with me was what she said about putting, your taxes, like your tax money aside, in an account that where it grows.
Yeah.
Um, and that was just, like, mind blowing to me because it's like that makes, like, it makes so much sense.
I remember seeing that aha moment on your face during that. You're like, really?
Yeah, but things like that that I hadn't, learned about before. So I
Yeah.
really appreciated those those things that are going to be helpful in the long run. So
Yeah, I've loved our guest speakers so far. So we've been featuring people who are in the personal finance space and have some connection to the immigration aspect of it. Either they're immigrants themselves or have family who are immigrants. So they really understand what our students are working with and are able to speak to that. And how, Evelyn, how was the group coaching aspect for you in terms of working with other students in the other session you were part of on money mindset?
Uh, like I said, I really just appreciated being able to find a space where I could relate to other people, where other people's, like I was able to hear other people's experiences, you know, growing up and like the messages that they got,
Mhm.
um, and just kind of sharing, you know, very similar experiences and um, sharing just similarities in a way that I don't think um, I had before. Like I've read a lot of books and I've listened to a lot of podcasts and things like that about money
Yeah.
in my journey. Um, but there's that piece of just like something that feels like it relates to you, you know,
Yeah,
where it's more I don't like it's there's more connection to it. There's more, you know, relating to it. So I really like that piece about the group coaching and being able to, um, like I said, hear similar experiences and connect with others that are going through the same struggles.
absolutely. And I hope you all are able to stay in touch going forward too through the Facebook group is a great like lifelong thing we have available to stay connected with the group on these topics. So final question for you, how do you feel going forward on your financial journey after this experience so far?
I feel pretty confident. I'm grateful to have found, you know, this community. Um, and yeah, I feel pretty confident. I think um, I'm off to, I've been doing a lot of work already, but I feel like this just kind of really helped to like solidify some of the things. Uh,
Awesome.
so yeah, thank you so
Oh
much.
God. I'm so glad. Thank you, Evelyn. Where can the people find you who want to follow and learn from all your wisdom?
So I have a Instagram account from my private practice, which is La Mariposita Healing. And then I also have another page called Somos Magia. And Somos Magia is basically, um, a, I started with my colleague. Um, I call her my comadre in business because we started off together. But the idea of Somos Magia is of creating like events and workshops to empower women specifically. Um, and just this idea of finding our innate magic. I think that a lot of, you know, we as we're growing and through life and going through life, we get a lot of messages that kind of strip us away from this innate magic that we hold. And so how do we get back to that? And the idea of Somos Magia is that like before, you know, COVID-19 happened and everything, we were doing a lot of events and workshops around empowering women. So we're hoping to get back to that.
Well, thank you for being such an inspiring person doing this work and an example of how so many of our immigrant finance school students are, where they're already helping others in the community and doing these amazing projects. And you're just very emblematic of that. So we're really grateful to have you part of the community and for the work you're doing. Thank you so much for your time, Evelyn.
Thank you.
Thank you. And if anyone else is interested in learning more about Immigrant Finance School, just go ahead and check out immigrantfinance.com and click the tab at the top for Immigrant Finance School. Thank you so much.